So welcome everyone to Frequency Soul Collective training for September 2023. Bec McQuilty here. It is so good to have you all with us this evening. We have lots to go through, so I am not going to muck around. We are going to just get started. So this is our beautiful team, and I'll change the photo eventually, I promise. This is just a photo of us at the Mind Body Spirit Expo. Gosh, I don't even know where that was. Brisbane it must have been. So this is our beautiful collaborative. So if you're new here to the Frequency Soul Collective, we welcome you with open arms and hope that you enjoy the journey with us. For those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Bec. I live in Brisbane, the southwest side of Brisbane, about 35 minutes from the city with my husband, Ryan, and my beautiful daughter, Addison, and have been involved with SoulX now for just on 2 years. We actually discovered the device here in Australia and decided to work to bring it to market. And here we are 2 years later. The beautiful Joe Denning actually brought up a photo this week of us at our Australian Day of Discovery. And goodness gracious, I can't believe, firstly, that has been 12 months already, but also how much the business has grown in a 12-month period is absolutely unbelievable. So that's really, really exciting to see what we have been able to achieve in such a short space of time. Just some really quick reminders. I actually left these here. These were last month's announcements, and I thought, well, they're still relevant, so I left them up. Day of Discovery, September, which is only in a week and a bit's time in Utah, in Provo, in Utah. There's a couple of us heading over to that, which is really exciting. That is the 15th and 16th of September. And there are going to be a whole lot of new announcements. There are new products coming. There are new enhancements to the software for your device, which is really exciting. I reckon a couple of them I know about, but I reckon there's a whole lot that I don't know. But even the ones that I do know, I just know how much you guys are going to love them and be able to integrate them into your businesses and into your lives. So really excited for us to be able to be over there, and we'll be going live into Frequency Soul Collective QLA page. So if you are not on that page, please make sure that you jump on there, because you're going to want to know all the new stuff that we have to share. And they'll also be announcing a new incentive as well. So I'm excited to find out where it is. I think I've guessed everywhere in the world, and they've told me no to every time. But then once I finished guessing, they told me there was absolutely no way that they're going to give it up. So I just can't wait to find that out. I love surprises. So I hope to have lots of us at the next incentive. The next note is just around committing to your education and learning experience with the AO scan, and really starting off with the basic training. And to be honest, when I first started, there actually wasn't even any basic training. It really wasn't. So I watched all of the YouTube videos right from the beginning on the SoulX LLC YouTube channel. And I just listened to some of them as I went along, and they're really informative. So I really highly recommend those as well. And for those of you who are brand new, who may have not got to our Frequency Soul Collective portal yet, I really highly recommend that as well. So for those of you who have the portal, I'm sure that you will agree that if you're utilizing the tools in it, such as the Trello board, the branding kit, you'd be loving that as well. So if you don't have, or you haven't seen the link to that for whatever reason, please pop it in the chat, and I'm sure someone from our beautiful collab will be able to help you out there. This is our Frequency Soul Collective Quantum Entanglement, our very first one that we had on Saturday, the 26th of August. It was so much fun. Thank you to those of you who joined us. I know many of you are on this call this evening. We loved it so much. We're like, we have to do this again. So we are going to plan one for sort of mid to later in October, which will be just before we get to Day of Discovery Gold Coast. So if you are in other states, I would really highly recommend getting everyone together. It's just such a great experience. The beautiful Kelly Kingston was lovely enough to host it at her home, and they've got a beautiful big fire pit. So we were able to have a fire, and it just happened to be almost full moon. And so we were able to let go of a whole lot of stuff that didn't serve us. And I think we all felt a lot better after that. So just a reminder that Solex are selling out now of the devices. So if you are wanting to purchase a large or a small handheld device that's specific to Solex, I would probably jump on that sooner rather than later, because soon it will only be your own device that you will be able to utilize. And these are the replacement bundles for those. So there are 2 that have wired headsets and 2 that have Bluetooth headsets as well. Just to run really quickly through the incentives, we've obviously finished July and August. Many of you have received Bright, which is amazing, and lots of you have received free 6 packs of Alpha 3 passes as well. Now, those Alpha 3 passes are amazing because it allows you to be able to gift somebody a 3-day experience before they actually come on board. And the conversion rate when you do that's actually very high. So I really love that that they are available. They are also available in your back office if you didn't happen to get them last month. So this month, they actually have the 6-pack of power patches, and I'll show you those. I think from memory, it's on the next slide. Yes, thank goodness. I love these. I had the original ones. They were brown. They were nowhere near as pretty as these, and I've lost most of those. So I've bought a new lot. And it's the actual enrollee. So when somebody enrolls with a qualifying order this month, they will receive a 6-pack of the power patches. So if you have the power patches, I would love you to drop into the comments below how you use them. I sit mine out in the sun for a few hours every couple of weeks just to charge them up. So they have the negative ion SiBin infused into the silicon. So it is not a plastic that you're seeing there. That is actually a safe silicon that they use. And I put them in my shoes. I put them in between my phone case and my phone. And I imprint frequencies into them regularly. I also put them down my bra for those of you women on the call. Honestly, I find that's the best place to store them. Gets to the end of the day and they always fall out into the bathroom. But I would love to hear what it is that you imprint into yours and where you actually put them. I've heard of people putting them like under their car seats. So yeah, would love to, let me just check the chat and see if anyone's actually, oh, awesome. Thank you. Oh, that's for the, oh no, that's not for the portal. Oh, yes, it is. Awesome. Thanks, Joe. Okay, no one's commented about the patches. Okay, well, they're amazing, and if you don't have them, you should. So they're good fun, and I use mine every single day. I think my last ones I actually left in the last hotel, so they probably threw them in the bin, not having an absolute clue what they were. How do you, Paige Haynes, you do have them, surely. I'll get you some when I'm over there. You've got to have the patches. You'll love them. Remind me and I'll get you some. So the quarterly incentives. So with the incentives, when you sign on 3 QLAs or PCs in this 3rd quarter, you will receive a $50 US bonus. When you sign on 6 QLAs or more, you will receive a $250 bonus. So can you add them together and get 300 US? Absolutely. So that 300 US is up for grabs. So that will be paid out in November, I would say, because the subscription for, or maybe, yeah, I would say that they normally do it the month after the end of, so it would probably be November, but I could be wrong. But, you know, 300 US, I was doing the conversion from Australian to US today, and I wasn't very happy about it. So that US to Australian is pretty sizable. So you're looking at about $500, if not more, in that conversion over, which is really quite a good bonus. We have Day of Discovery Gold Coast coming up in November, and that is going to be from the 10th to the 11th of November for the actual Day of Discovery. For anybody who is gold and above, we have an incentive on the 9th of November in the afternoon. and we are going to do a team building day, fun day on Sunday the 12th. So we're looking at a couple of different options at the moment, and we will get that news out to you as soon as we have it. But if you haven't booked your ticket to Day of Discovery Australia, please do that with urgency, because those numbers are really creeping up. I think there is less than probably around 20 tickets left. They can't extend it. They can't extend the numbers. So it's unfortunately, if you do happen to miss out, unfortunately, you will just need to wait for the next one, which is probably going to be in 12 months' time. So we would love to see all of our team there. So I'm going to introduce you now to our Spring into Spring. It is starting on the 11th of September, which is next Monday, and it is going for 21 days. So this is a 21-day challenge. We have just had a meeting about this, and oh my gosh, I was excited about this before, but I'm even more excited about it now. So I'm going to welcome the beautiful Paige on as well. So we're going to chat about it together. Is that all right, Paige?
Sure.
Hi.
Got to unmute yourself first, apparently.
Yes, I got it. Hello, hello.
Ah,
Hi. I figure my voice just gets, a bit too much after a while. So I'm like, can someone else come and talk as well?
awesome. Oh, I'm just going to
Uh,
mute someone. Someone's coming late.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be cool, huh? So, Paige, I know you and Belle and Amanda and a few of the others have actually done your very own 21-day or, monthly challenges. Can you just talk us a little bit around what people can expect, what you find in the ones that you've done, like how people have kind of like experienced it, what their feedback's been a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I guess the first point for everyone on the call tonight and watching this is that we are actually running this to show you. So we have a few team leaders who jumped on board and put their hand up to show you how to run a group. Okay, so make sure you're getting your invites and everything out there. It's going to be very minimal load on you as an individual, but you will get the money for that. So just yeah, and the idea of this is to show you how it's done essentially, or one version of it. So a lot of us have done different versions. I've done a couple now. I'm in the middle of one at the moment. Yeah, if it's done well, it can be a really great way of connecting people, educating them about the scanner, but also showing these amazing results that can happen with the scanner as well. And so I've had I actually just posted one the other day. I've had a bit of a different focus to what the one is that we'll be doing, but I've had someone lose 2.5 kilos in the last 2 weeks, and her sleep has improved. So she was a really bad sleeper. Yeah, so there's things like that. But another one that I did, it just was amazing. The amount of participation and what the things were that people were experiencing were just amazing. And so it's not only amazing reinforcement for yourself, but it's a great way to introduce people to the scanner at a low cost as well. And the value that they're going to be getting, particularly from the Spring into Spring, is amazing, because we're actually going to have a lot of different practitioners and experts coming in and doing a little bit every day, so hopefully it won't be overwhelming. But it's all done for you as well. So it's a really great example, and this will show you one option of many, but it might start to get you get the juices flowing for what you can run and what your expertise is, and that type of thing as well, which I think is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just answering a question on the chat was about the power patches. Can they be used to regenerate stem cells? The best frequency for stem cells is under the Cepheid playlist under Cellular Restore, and absolutely you can imprint frequency into those power patches. That's awesome, Paige. Thank you. I think this is going to be such an incredible experience for those to kind of dip their toe into the water that don't have to do a lot, but want to introduce their people to this as well, and still be able to create a huge amount of value for people without having to do a lot of the work. And that's why I think it's so good that there's so many of us that have come in and gone, okay, well, I can do this and I can do that. And that's what I actually love about what we have here, with Frequency Soul Collective, is that, everyone's kind of willing to put their hand up and go, actually, yep, I can do that. There's some people who aren't actually going to be participating in it because they've got other commitments, but they're like, hey, I'm available to do a live or a this. And we've also, got people who have got other stuff on at the moment that are like, hey, I've actually got to sit this one out, which is also 100% fine, because everybody will have that at a time. And that's what I love about what we have here, is that if you need to step out and you need that space to do other stuff and focus on other things, you have that. And then there's other people who are like, okay, I can step in now and sort of do this. So it's such a cool thing to have everybody, working together. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's talk about what people are going to get in their Spring into Spring. You would have seen in Frequency Soul Collective, we've done lives in there. We've done heaps of different tiles that we've been promoting. The banner and everything is there. The group has been created. So as soon as you have your first paid person, you can add them into that group now. So all that you need to do is either message myself, Paige, probably Belle, Amanda, Joe Denning, or Sandra. So I'm sure that one of us along the way, and let us know that, okay, I have my first paid person. Can you add me so I can add them in? And 100%, of course, we can do that. So we have different people allocated from Monday to Friday. We are going to have the weekends off, although when I'm out and about, I probably will be doing a couple of lives or a couple of bits and pieces here and there. But Monday is going to be our Motivation and Abundance Day. We are also going to be running a meditation every Monday night. So in the month of September, instead of doing our Monday night focus group, it will be a guided meditation. I know that there will be different ones done on each week. So Joe is doing the first one on the 11th. Amanda Addy is doing the second one on the 18th, and Belle is doing the third one on the 25th, and they will all be really different. So if you normally come to our Monday night focus group, please come along and join in with that. You are more than welcome. Belle's going to be doing a bit of a different one with breath work, and then I know Joe and Amanda have different ones as well. So it's going to be really amazing, and that's going to be part of our Spring into Spring. And that will be on our standard Zoom. So Monday is Motivation and Abundance. Tuesday is going to be Self-Love and Confidence. Wednesday is going to be Health Focus. Thursday is going to be a 7 chakra balance. And Friday is going to be Stress-Free. So we have a different person allocated to each day. Now, if you are bringing people into this and they are paying you the $99, what we encourage you to do is a couple of things, and your responsibility and for taking that payment is firstly to run the balancing harmonics, so the inner voice scan for your client every week. So I would generally recommend that you do that on a Sunday afternoon or a Sunday evening, ready for the Monday. That is generally what I do. So that is your first responsibility. And because we are doing a 21-day challenge, you're only doing it 3 times. Your other responsibility is to be running a playlist. So you will create a playlist for each of those days. And we will share that playlist with you from Monday to Friday. And you will run that playlist to your specific group. So do we have Belle? Belle's in Bali. Amazing. But Belle's in Bali at the moment and her internet is a little crazy. But Belle, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello. Belle's on a very, very important mission. I'm not actually sure what she's doing. Well, I do know what she's doing there, but more importantly than what she's actually doing there is she is on a mission for the Frequency Soul Collective to find, which I think she has, by the way, the perfect spot for our Bali retreat in end of April 2024. So that's actually Belle's really important job, isn't it? And you're having fun doing it, aren't you, babe?
I am. It's been very
Now, I know that you've got a lot of experience of sending the frequencies into your groups, and you create a grid. So I'm going to bring it up on my screen so people know what you're meaning. But if you wouldn't mind just sharing into what that looks like and what they do daily, that would be amazing, please.
Beautiful. So once you've got all of your people that have signed up for their $99, you are going to Google a human outline, which Beck is about to show you. And inside that outline, you are going to put their full name, not their nickname, not just one name, but their full complete name, right? So I go by Belle, but in the grid, I'm Belinda Billinghurst, right? So put their full name in there. Then what you're going to do is take a photo of that grid and pop it into Spaces and Objects. So you can have as the title, the Spring into Spring, but then under description, you will then also retype in their full names in the description as well. Does that make sense to everybody? So it's pretty easy. If any of you happen to do Reiki, I put Reiki symbols around mine. So if you happen to be, you know, an energy healer and you want to get even more crazy with it, go for your life. But it works just as beautifully and simply just by putting the name in the grid.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, so then taking a photo of that grid and naming it and then running frequency to that. Is that how you would do that, Belle?
Yep. So then you've got your Spring into Spring or whatever else they might want to call it, but you might as well stick to the theme of what we're calling it. And then when you go to Sephi, if you've never done it before, you'll change yourself as the target to Spring as the Spring into Spring group as the target, and you'd be setting the frequencies each day.
I can do that now. Just show you all. I mean, I know most people will probably know how to do it, but I will just really quickly go to and show you. Whoops. Let me find me. I'll press the right button, Rebecca. So I haven't created it yet, but I did do a live yesterday, and I for a magazine, and I created one specifically for traveling. So I will go to Sephi and I will go to custom playlist. And then I will go to the plus symbol. And so we would type in spring into spring. Oh, actually, no, not playlist. Take that back. That's not what I'm doing, is it, Belle? I'm going to add a space and an object. I was having a great time there. No one corrected me. Sorry. All right. Spaces and objects. That's what I'm doing. So, and then I just go to the plus sign, right? Oh my gosh, sorry. That's all right. I wrote down before when we were in our meeting, I've got F for Friday, and then instead of writing Sandra's name, I actually wrote Friday. Like, man, I need to get on a plane and get out of here for a while. And now my internet's slow. But anyway, so you just need to click on your name and go to Spaces and Objects, and then you will add in the name of, so here we go, Spring into Spring. Oh, here's my oracle cards and my daughter's picture and her little note to me, because that's where the camera is. Spring into Spring. And then put the description. So you put their full names and everything in there, Belle. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
And then, one moment, please. Then you would have all their names here on my beautiful person.
Yep. You
will take a photo of that. How good is drawing? We'll just take a moment to appreciate how good I am at drawing. And then you will have so when you get to your playlist, which is kind of, I was jumping a step ahead before, and you go to Sephi, and you go to custom playlist. Let's say we are going to, I created a really cool one, actually. I think I started Spring into Spring anyway for myself, but let's say we're going to be running it on the stress-free day, which is Friday, but we will have one specific. So this is not actually the list, but where it says Sephi target, you will click on that, and then you will have your Spring into Spring target, and that's where you will send the frequency to. So you must, if you've created the space and object under your name, then it will appear here under the actual target for your spaces and objects. And then you can run that just as a 2-minute broadcast, or you can run it continuously until you have, you know, the next person that you need to run it for, if you need it for something else. Does that sound about right, Belle?
Yeah, but we were saying that you would run the frequencies each day for your group for at least an hour. So it doesn't matter if it goes for a bit longer, but you want to be sending frequencies to them for at least an hour a day.
Yep, perfect. And so on the Monday, we will have a specific playlist for motivation and abundance. Tuesday, we will have one specific for self-love and confidence. Wednesday, we will have one specific for health focus. Thursday, we will have one for the 7 chakra balance, which is pretty standard, but Belle's got a great idea with some extra ones that she adds into that one. She's going to share with us. And then the Friday is going to be the stress-free. And I will have each of those done up so that you can see exactly what is in each playlist, so that you can be running that for your people daily. So whether you have 2 or 3 people in your group, or you could have 30 people in your group. Just be mindful that you're taking on the amount of people that you can handle. For me personally, I have a few people already committed and coming on board to do it, but I'm not going to be taking on too many that I won't be able to run their inner voice, right? Because I have other clients that, you know, outside of that I'm also doing programs for as well. So just be really mindful that we want lots of people in this group, don't get me wrong, but please just make sure that you have the ability to be able to look after your people as well. So that's just really important. Are there any questions? I'll just check the chat and see if there is any questions in here. But I just can't thank everyone enough for coming in and participating in this. It's going to be so fun. We're even having tiles done up. The girls were saying before about how they've got tiles that talk about, you know, where people can put, I am grateful to be receiving my frequencies today, or accept and receive my frequencies. We're even going to be having, you know, things like that done up that people can be looking at and resonating with on a daily basis too. So it's pretty cool. I'm really excited for it. So thank you to everyone. And this is honestly the first time I'm doing it. So I'm taking the guidance of the girls who have done it before, such as Amanda and Belle and Paige. And so thank you so much for your guidance on all of this, and for all of the other ladies who are stepping in to help as well. We really appreciate it. And we've got, the great thing is that, you know, the people who are available this time around, and, you know, whether it be next month or the month after or the month after that, you know, there'll be another one that we will do that other people will be available for, and we can do different things. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited for it. So yeah, but I think that's really pretty much most of it covered of what we really wanted to speak into tonight. But
But just a couple of, just two more things. One is, if you do add people in there and you are part of it, make sure you're commenting on all of the posts to keep the energy up. That's really a key thing to getting people engaged and, you know, getting the most out of it. And there was one other thing that I was going to say, and now it's gone out of my head. So it mustn't be that important.
That's right. Well, while you're thinking of it, I actually really appreciate you saying that, because that actually does a couple of things. It gets people engaged and participating, but it also assists with the algorithm of the group as well, so that people are actually seeing it. And you can be reaching out to your people going, oh my gosh, don't forget the meditations on this evening. It's going to be so amazing. And really getting people to be engaged into that, because the more that they get out of that, the next one comes along. And honestly, for the sake of $99, it's a huge amount of value that they are getting. So all you're doing is building up your clientele base and your following to these programs, which is amazing.
The other thing I remembered, was there any other people who wanted to participate in it as well? Because we still have room if people have something that they would like to share. So yeah, if they get in touch with one of us about that, whether that's a a training on something or that fits into, I guess, the themes a bit there as well. So yeah.
Yes, that would be amazing. Yes, 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 please. Even pop it in the Frequency Soul Collective chat or message one of us privately is fine. But we would definitely love to, if there's something that you want to share. And the great thing is with what we have already, we have so many people with, different experience and different qualifications and all of the things. It's very exciting. So yeah, it's awesome. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. We really appreciate you being here. And we hope that you are excited for spring. I know that we are. We are only a couple of months out from Day of Discovery on the Gold Coast. And I'm excited to have all of you with us, for those of you who are able to make it. I know lots of you are traveling. We've got lots of the girls coming all the way from Perth, which is really cool. So Katie Jane and Hertz, lots of her team are coming over, which is a huge commitment. But we really love that. And I'm just excited to get everybody together. So we're really looking forward to it. So, all right, everyone. Well, have a beautiful evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. And I hope next month, well, I definitely won't be on the call maybe I might be. I'll be at the airport next Monday night when Joe is going to be facilitating our very first meditation for our Spring into Spring. For those of you who don't know, I fly out to Los Angeles literally a week tonight. So 1 week to go and I'm out of here, and I'm gone basically for the rest of the month. But I will still be very much in touch because you guys are going to be the first to know. The minute I know anything, I'm going to be putting it in our group and putting it on our page. So I promise I will keep you up to date. So have a beautiful night, everyone. Have a magical September. And we look forward to seeing you all really soon. Thank you and good evening.